On June 19, 2020, we started our circumnavigation of Kupreanof Island. Kupreanof Island is an island in southeastern Alaska. The island is 84 kilometers long and 32 kilometers wide, with a total land area of 2,802.84 kilometers squared, making it the 13th largest island in the United States and the 170th largest island in the world. Of particular interest on this journey was navigating through Rocky Pass and the Wrangell Narrows for practice. We headed south from Juneau after work and overnighted at No Name Cove. There was only one boat in the cove when we arrived. While we were kicking back relaxing, the Kema Healy Kaya, a Katie Krogan, pulled into the cove. She was very pretty. We relaxed and we watched the crew's anchoring techniques. How did I know her name from the distance and without AIS? She had her own Wi-Fi network. The next morning was foggy and rainy, but the water was flat. We have noticed that the water seems calmer in the mornings. Rain and fog also seems to bring calmer water. The village of Cake was our next destination. Eric's usually in a hurry and it's hard to get him to stop, but I convinced him that we had to stop and watch the whales for a while. They are so amazing. Of course, most of the show is not on video. I am trying to take some time just to experience the moments and not get everything on video, but to just enjoy. Cake is a first-class city located on the northwest coast of Kupreanof Island along Kiku Strait and Frederick Sound, 95 air miles southwest of Juneau. Centrally located in the southeast panhandle of the state, Cake is a Tlingit village rich in cultural history and tradition. The region of Cake has been inhabited by the Tlingit people for thousands of years. Cake is home to the third largest totem pole in the world, towering over the village at 132 feet, carved in 1967 for the Alaska Purchase Centennial.
Run about AK 6481 AT. There's a fuel dump there. Going out fuel. You have your, are you up?
Channel 10.
Roger, Channel 10.
Okay, are you asking for a cake fuel dock?
Yeah, you're right. I am in Cake. Yeah.
So I see you, we're right in front of you, trolling. You pass the dock where they fuel you up. It's the yellow dock back there behind you. It's the drive down one.
Very good. Thank you.
Being a movie star made you nervous, didn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I don't think Eric likes talking on the radio. Cake is a prime spot for viewing whales. Whales migrate through the Cake area in large numbers. Cake also has a large black bear population with moose, Sitka black-tailed deer, wolf, bald eagles, sea otters, and seal thriving in the area. Fishing for salmon and halibut is superb in Cake. Freshwater streams in the season are abundant in trout, steelhead, and salmon. You keeping an eye on him? Yeah? The fuel in Cake is loaded by a drive-down truck. The previous fuel dock was destroyed by a storm. They are working on building a new one in the future. It was kind of nice talking to the fuel guy. From the guy who brought down the truck for gas that had been catching king salmon up and down this area, so trying to talk Eric into doing a little king salmon fishing. Just found out a good spot to drop a pole for halibut too. As far as I'm concerned, we can stay here. Look, a bunch of little ski doodle things. Eric had to drive up to the little store to pay for the gas. This group of jet skis came in to get gas. They had been in Juneau the previous day and drove all the way to Cake. I think they were fueling up to go to Ketchikan. The name of the tour company was Dangerous Water Adventures. Funny thing, later that summer, they bought one of the boat condos that we lived in and recognized our boat. They were very friendly people too. I think all people in Alaska are friendly. And that guy behind him in the boat is trying to catch king salmon. Little pit stop to do little king salmon fishing. After hearing about the king salmon being caught, we gave it a try, but we didn't try for very long. And the ferry terminal with no ferry. Ferry surfaces have been cut quite a bit. It's pretty tough on these small communities. We had to check out the harbor in case we came back. Maybe with a bigger boat. Maybe we'll stay a little longer. I might be strange. Maybe it's because I was born and raised in Alaska, but I think all the grays and blues are wonderful and so calming. They're beautiful. We anchored in a little cove thinking it was a place that the gas guy had recommended. We had just settled down and relaxed when the tide started running. It wasn't long after that Eric came out and said we were moving. I didn't argue since safety's important. We just took everything back down, put it away, and we moved on. So the current came up and we decided our last anchorage was probably not the right place to be. So we looked at the map, chart, and we found another little spot, and look, there's an oyster farm. Eric not only cooked dinner that night, he also was reading his Chapman's Piloting and Seamanship book in preparation for the next leg. What are you doing?
Am I being filmed?
Yep.
I'm being filmed. I'm cooking us dinner.
That's good.
Trying to make sure your burgers are done.
Not too done, please.
Oh, okay.
Just right done.
Okay, that's what I'm working on.
Okay. We woke up to this beautiful morning and we made our plans. This was the day that we were going through Rocky Pass. We needed to wait until high tide at 2 p.m. Our plan was to get through Rocky Pass and then anchor up for the night. We did a little salmon fishing as we waited for the high tide, and then we headed through the pass.
So it's June 21st at 1:57 p.m. We have just entered Keep Straits, or what they call Rocky Pass. There's a portion of it that's stretched to 5 feet by 50. There's probably about a 1,000-yard fairway that is stretched out like that, and there's lots of shoals, and it's going to be a challenge to get through, but we're going to do that. And I want to do it at high tide, so 1:57 now. I'm hopefully going to hit the part that you have the swirls in about 2:30. That way there are no swirls. Right. Wish us luck.
notice here that Eric is using a paper chart. Apparently, our plotter didn't have the right chip for southern Southeast Alaska.
Back onto the plotter.
Yay! We now have the plotter working again. It was kind of exhausting having to try to deal with those paper charts. Here you're going to see us entering the Wrangell Narrows. Back onto the plotter. Yes! Look at all the buoys. Outside of the Wrangell Narrows, we ran into all kinds of crab pot buoys, which we had to avoid. Place to drop pots. Hey, by default, we're running the Wrangell Narrows now.
We'll see.
We had wanted to find a place to anchor so that we could relax before running the Wrangell Narrows. It had been a really long day. We tried Deception Cove, but it's probably named correctly. It was deceptive, not a very good anchorage. The Wrangell Narrows is a windy, 22-mile channel between Meekoff Island and Kupreanof Island in southeast Alaska. The Wrangell Narrows is one of the 6 listed narrows in southeast Alaska. There are about 60 lights and buoys to mark it because of its windy nature and navigation hazards. This channel is used by fishing boats on the Alaska Marine Highway ferries. Very large ships, such as the largest cruise ships, do not use it because it's too shallow and narrow for them to pass safely. Because this is the only safe inside passage at this latitude, these larger ships must navigate outside waters. Dry Strait to the east of Meekoff Island is not commonly used by marine traffic, despite being a wider channel, since it is dangerously shallow and part of the Greater Saugeen River estuary. That's got to be a lodge. They ran out of battery again. We've seen this ship before in Juneau. And now we're coming up on Petersburg. Petersburg is an island community that continues to make a living from the sea. They have 3 beautiful harbors which attract the smaller cruise ships, private yachts, and pleasure boats to town in the summer months. Petersburg is located on the Frederick Sound near summer feeding grounds of hundreds of humpback whales. The Saugeen-LeConte wilderness area with spectacular LeConte Glacier calving off tons of bright blue icebergs is just a short boat ride away. We were so tired last night that we just went and found an anchorage and just crashed. So we had to come back to Petersburg this morning. We need to fill up with gas, get some more water, and kind of do some exploring. We did discover that Petersburg has the cheapest gas in southeast Alaska that we have found, even better than the gas on land in Juneau. There's a full-service grocery shop up there.
Has produce, meat, deli, and a bakery.
Getting gas in Petersburg was a little more like just getting gas on land. It was pretty convenient. Would you want to go to the grocery store? Is that what you're saying? After getting our gas and our water, we decided to go over and check out the docks and check out a Nordhaven that we saw over there. After we walked the docks and took our picture with the Nordhaven with our little boat next to it, we headed back to Thomas Bay. We did decide that we were going to try a different anchorage since we were very disappointed with the anchorage last night. We saw a family of sea lions and decided to stop and watch them for a while, which was a lot of fun. Wow. All I can say is wow. This is a much better anchorage. What are you reading from?
The Marine Atlas, Volume 2, Port Hardy to Skagway. We're in Scenery Cove. We have found another little Shangri-La.
What do you think, Diston? You just ready to get comfy?
This cove was beautiful. It was so similar to Ford's Terror, but much easier to get into.
by Scenery Cove. Wrangell night. You are beautiful.
And we are headed out of Thomas Bay and headed north to home.
We've just circumnavigated Kupreanof Island. We have Cape Fanshawe over here to our right. Cape is down there off to our left. That's where we entered Keikyu Strait, so on and so forth. We're cruising along here on, Tuesday morning, the 23rd of June. Going about 29 knots. That's roughly 34 miles an hour. Glass calm. Couldn't see your hand in front of your face earlier today, but it turned out pretty nice right now. Third island circumnavigated. Kupreanof, off the list.
Can I just say that we live in the most gorgeous place on earth? It can't be more beautiful than this anywhere else.
And here we are back at Taku Harbor, spending the night before we go into Juneau in the morning.
Last night, circumnavigation of Kupreanof Island. Last night.